Yeah, what you doing for the fashion show?
I still haven't 100% decided yet. Like I said, I'm still shooting for. I'm still shooting for like May, middle of May. That's what I'm shooting for. Shooting for the middle of May for that. But this whole car thing just fucked everything up.
Nah, man, I get it. Man, I just had car trouble myself, so I get it.
And it was only a matter of time. I kept bullshitting around it, but it was only a matter of time. But I'm gonna figure it out.
For sure.
Either I'm gonna figure it out, or God gonna figure it out. One way or other is getting figured out.
For sure.
That's how I feel. And take this label off of this water bottle.
So episode 4.
Episode 4, season 2?
Yeah, episode 4.
Hey, we doing good. We back at it.
I know, right? Craziness.
People actually like the reels.
I told you.
People actually like the reels.
I told you, dog.
Right. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
We just talking about it, bro. And I just kind of want to get into it, bro.
Go ahead. Go for it.
Do you believe when it comes to like women in the workplace, pretty girl privilege is a thing?
The boy came out the gate swinging.
No, because for one, I feel like it is definitely a thing. Pretty women in the workplace, women act like in the workplace they have it so tough and all of this other stuff. But from what I can see, for the most part, they don't. Don't get me wrong. Once you get to like the upper ranks, it is that glass ceiling that people talk about. That is there. Mm-hmm. But prior to getting to that, you get a lot of slack just for being pretty.
I think it would have to depend on what area or what job field you're in, what field you're in or whatever. I think that plays a part into it. So I don't know this from experience. One, because I've never been in this particular field, and I'm not a woman, so I don't know. Mm-hmm. But like I listen to a lot of other podcasts, specifically a lot of people from like that New York area or whatever, mm-hmm. and a lot of those women always talk about how much harder it is for them in just the entertainment world in general.
Well, that's entertainment.
But that's what I'm saying. I think it's different depending on what field you're in. Like for us, we've been in like very manual labor kind of jobs.
Well, to be honest, I just got there.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. So I've always seen it, even working at the bank.
Really?
Even working at the bank. So, at the bank we're technically salespeople. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, do you want a credit card? They like, nigga, no.
Right.
And a girl with her like looking all pretty and I'm like, would you like a credit card? And they be like, my credit's $650, run that shit. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? But they get the opportunity. So right. In sales, like a lot of times, because niggas will buy something from a woman just to show like I got money, I can do this. Right. So if you want me to treat you like I could treat you like this or whatever. So, and then working at the plant, working at Ford, the pretty girls get all the overtime. They be like, I'll be like, can I get some overtime? I know like 4 jobs. They be like, no. Then the pretty girl be like, I don't know anything. Can I get some overtime? They be like, you can come in any day you want. Any day you want. So, and then these probably be the same women like flexing like on Facebook or Instagram something like, oh, I got money, I put in work and all this other shit. Like, you show up.
Right, you just show up.
You show up. And don't get me wrong, like I said, I'm sure at some point there's a challenge there, but I believe that it's over
regular everyday job. You don't think it's there?
No, I think it's over dramatized.
Okay, I mean, I think to a degree, to a degree, I believe what you're saying, but I think that's also like where my downfall was when I got into the small bit of power that I had when I was a team lead.
What, pretty bitches?
No, like being over like women. I had a lot of girls on my team or whatever at the plant, and so like. They'll ask you, like, you ask anybody, I treat everybody the exact same. Mm-hmm. Whether you old, whether you young, whether you black, whether you white, whether you green, purple, male, he, she, it, they, whatever. Mm-hmm. I treat everybody the same. Everybody learns all the jobs. Mm-hmm. Everybody do all the jobs. Mm-hmm. And I don't care. If you showed up to do the job and you read the job description, you agree that I can do this job. So I'm going to treat you like you can do this job. Unless, you know what I'm saying, HR put me to the side, like, hey, yo, this person, you know, can only do this job, then I'll you know, segregate you out because that's not me. That's coming from upper ranks or whatever. But yeah, I do see what you were saying, like with other positions, like when I was in the plant. But like with me, I didn't really play that shit.
So about you, did women try to use their like sex appeal towards you to influence your decisions?
Not that I know of, but I'll be oblivious to shit. So you can't. You gotta ask. You gotta ask the outside people that saw, you know, me work or whatever. But I'll be oblivious to shit, and I don't think so.
Did you see that from other people, like other dynamics in the workplace though?
Oh, most definitely.
So that's what I'm saying. So I got some female managers, and I am pretty sure that no matter what kind of advances I made to attempt to get overtime, that shit would not work.
Shut down.
Boy, and I'm going to HR. like not only when I get overtime, I'm getting 30 days for sexual harassment.
Get this little horny fuck off my team.
No,
nah. But yeah, I don't know. So I also came from like a very small plant where like one of the, so this is wild. This is so when it was last year when it was time for them to renegotiate the union contract, somebody brought up that why is it that all the supervisors are white males, and so the
them niggas had to just look at each other for a second. Don't.
So their lawyer, the plant's lawyer was like, well, we tried a black guy, but he was screwing all the workers, and which he was, but that's no reason like not to hire like I think it was two girl supervisors when I was there, Krista and something with a S or a C, forget her name, but it was a white girl, a white lady and a black lady. And the black lady, oddly enough, the black lady didn't like any girls on her team. She was like she didn't say it outright, but you can tell she was against having any girls on her team.
Most women don't like other women because they're terrible communicators. We can get into that next. Women do not.
I was trying to push that.
No, we can push it to the side. It's coming right back. But women are just typically bad communicators.
But I don't know. I don't know what it is. Like I don't play that pretty privilege shit or girl privilege in general. I didn't play that shit. And then like when I got my spot as a team lead or whatever, I even tried to like damper the male friendships I had or whatever, because I didn't want them to seem like, oh, I can just get over on Bobby or whatever. Because that's not what it is. I just think it's not fair. We all signed up for the same job. We all agreed to the same job. Then we should do the same job.
Facts.
Now, if Joanne wants to switch with Johnny and do different jobs, different days, I can't control that because y'all decided that amongst yourselves. But when it come down for me, this the schedule. Go ahead and work it or whatever. But yeah.
So I get how that works for a woman though, because I know if I was a single man in power and women was throwing it at me,
nah,
I'm catching it.
You gotta be professional. What is wrong with you, G?
What? Hey, look.
No, you gotta be professional.
No,
you gotta be professional.
I think that's what I feel like.
Pete, I almost got somebody caught up with that. I almost got somebody caught up with that. Like it was Kingston. Still hate this girl to this day. But she so one of our supervisors, our direct supervisor was out for like maybe a week, and we had the guy that was escorting everybody or whatever as our supervisor for the time being, and so she was like, oh, I'm not feeling good, I'm sick, and blah blah blah, and so.
Don't tell me he sent her home with pay.
No, he told me, he was like, hey, such and such, I want to say her name so bad, but he's like, such and such came to me or whatever and was like, yo, she not feeling good. Is anybody that fit her spot? I said, no, we we need 14 people to run our shift, and we only really got 11. So if you take her, I'm down to 10. I can't run like that. And so he was like, all right, well, she got to stay out here. So then, an hour later.
How y'all gonna make a sick person stay, though?
She wasn't sick. When she found out my supervisor, or the direct supervisor wasn't there, she was like, oh, I'm finna try to go home. And that's when she started making her move, because they was cool from before. And kind of find out they were sleeping together outside of that. And like, pretty sure she sucked his dick in the office or whatever. But yeah, like, it was.
If you can get that done on the clock, that would.
Yeah, it's.
Man.
But yeah, it's. Like I said, I think. Personally, I just wouldn't want my integrity like on the line. And like people make their whole lives at work. Like no. I'm making it my duty to not get involved with anybody here at the job.
Have you ever dated a coworker before?
No, never have, never will.
No. Okay.
No.
You know what though? I have once, 1.5 times.
No.
And I can't recommend it, but I feel. But see, though, you know what? One time it was like my supervisor though. She was my supervisor, and then the other time we was like equals. And honestly, the supervisor one was a little bit better.
I bet it was a little more power.
Not even though, but I don't even know. I don't even know.
A little bit more power.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't recommend it. I don't recommend it for anybody, like guys or girls. You know what I'm saying? Don't what I say? Don't eat where you sleep, or don't shit where you sleep or something.
Don't shit where you eat.
Yeah, whatever.
You probably shouldn't shit where you sleep either.
Yeah, but yeah, no. Keep work and keep home. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just how I see it. Like I saw, like even like especially in plants, it should become high school. It's one big high school. People wear their best clothes there.
They do.
They wear their best clothes there because they have no life outside of there.
Yeah.
You talk to all the people you're interested in right there, and then you beef with everybody right there.
Yeah.
Like no.
No, having beef at work is wild. I couldn't imagine having beef like outside of like beefing with your manager or whatever who you have to kind of beef with. Like I couldn't imagine having mad beef with a nigga at work.
Like I don't get it. I really don't get it, yo. I used to see it all the time. It's no like, especially for the dudes that had pretty girls, and like they would get like coming in. Managers don't know. Oh, this is a couple or whatever. So they split them up. You in this department, you in that department, and then the guy make it their job to try and get to the other department or whatever, and the girl just be chilling. And I'm like, bro, like this is the problem.
Well, that's because niggas know how niggas are. And he be like, I can't leave her. But that also means you don't trust your woman a bit too, though.
Right. Like, bro, like you supposed to be able to get this money, not her parole officer. Like, it's ridiculous. I seen the parole officers come to the job and walk somebody out. Wild.
They were at work, though.
They were at work. No. They said the bail bondsman or something like that was coming to get some money. And like I guess she thought she paid them, and then they left, and they came right back like maybe an hour later or whatever. And I was like, nah, that shit didn't go through. Come on through. So yeah, it was wild. But yeah, I've seen some crazy stuff. Like I've seen crazy stuff. I don't recommend people work together, like couples working together. Yeah, I mean, and like if y'all own the business,
that's different.
That's totally. Well, you know what? This goes into another conversation.
Go ahead.
So I think we probably had this conversation on the pod.
Go ahead, take it.
But so I used to work at this one place, really really small business or whatever. And it was a gay couple, 2 guys or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? That's what's up. Pretty cool. So one guy, he was like the artist or whatever. And then the other guy, he was like the people person. So you had him, he did all like the accounting and like, you know, getting in new clients or whatever. And then the other guy just sat back in the office, you know what I'm saying, drawing and making all the new artwork or whatever. And so I had asked my team lead, I asked her, I was like, hey, you know, I was like, how do they know each other or whatever? And she's like, oh, they used to date. I'm like, I'm like, what? And she was like, yeah, they used to date or whatever, and they used to date or whatever, and things like they broke up, but the business was way too valuable to let go or whatever. Yeah. So they decided to just keep the business or whatever, and they worked. They had offices right across from each other. They sat and talked every day or whatever, and then the artist he ended up like getting married, and his husband was coming through all the time. He was cool with the ex, and it was wild. And the whole time I was there, I was like, yo, that cannot have been a guy and a girl. No. That cannot be a guy and a girl. I mean,
if they're mature enough.
No. Mature or not, bro. Mature or not. Like, that's not gonna happen. That cannot happen, bro. That cannot happen. Like, you're not about to, no girl that's gonna let, like, your new wife walk in, you know what I'm saying, with food and kissing all on you and shit. And
but what if she doing that with her new husband or her new nigga or whatever?
And no nigga is gonna let so the new dude walk in and be all that cool. No, it's not gonna happen.
So I don't feel like if we decided that we're going to continue to own this business together, I don't feel that we both have to compromise our futures and our future comforts to keep each other comfortable. Like what?
I don't think a guy and a girl can do it. You gotta show me proof.
Look, if you are truly happy with where your life is going and who you're with after, then what the other person doesn't matter.
I don't know. I think heterosexual relationships are like I don't say so.
So don't get me wrong. Immediately after, I'm sure there's gonna be some sensitivity there. You're gonna feel some kind of way. But once you
until the day they die.
No, once you move on and you're with someone else and you start seeing your life with someone else, you start to forget about the other person.
You as the person that moved on. Like, the person that moved on and your life is going good, but if the other person's still single and bitter, like, no, that's not going to happen.
Well, that's if. So you don't know. What if they moved along too?
I don't know, bro. Yeah. Like I said, it's weird. It was weird even then. It was weird.
So, do you think it will be different with women because women are such bad communicators?
This nigga really want to ask.
Yes, I do, and I'm going for it because women are
This is not the Fresh and Fit podcast. Okay, this is not the He-Man Women Haters Club. All right,
why ain't it? I want to
I
show it up there with the rainbow word art. Like
I know. I don't want to. Okay, this is not the Dash Women.
Okay, well you don't have to endorse this message. Tell me endorse this message. Yo, women are terrible communicators. So I was talking to my girlfriend. Mm-hmm. I was telling her, I'm like, you and all y'all friends, y'all communicate terribly. All of y'all together as a unit. Y'all don't mesh. And then she was like, well, I said this and they said that. And then, but I thought it was this and then they thought it was that. So at no point did anybody clarify anything. People took what they had as, you'll drink the whole time. This nigga here, boy. You agree it's okay. So, she was saying that they had whenever they talk, there's always some kind of misunderstanding somewhere along some line somewhere. Somebody, always. And she asked me the other day, she was like, when are y'all doing a pod? And I'm like, oh, I'm not sure. And I was like, yeah, I was like, I'm not sure. And she said, you guys are so unorganized. I'm like, well, we're unorganized, but we communicate. And once we get there, we're going to know how it's done. And I think the reason women communicate so poorly, and I have a reason. I think the reason women communicate so poorly is because they never have a reason to communicate with each other on a like must be understood level. So with guys, for the most part, like we play sports together, we play games together.
This is life or death.
Yeah. So we're playing this sport together. We got about 24 seconds. We have to take the knowledge that we have and what we think the other person is going to do. We have to take all this information to make concise statements that can be easily understood and executed in a short period of time. And with minimum error. And women just don't do it. And I think maybe if women did more team building activities, more teamwork activities, and understood more where people were coming from, instead of just saying, well, we know each other, we're friends, and we get each other, but not actually doing anything together, I think that would, improve that. But my monologue is finished. Okay, Bobby.
Okay. That's Greg McQuarrie, and he approves his message.
I do approve that message.
Yes.
Do better.
I do think like the like what you're saying with guys though is a really big deal, because we see it in like so many different categories. Like you said, the sports, whether you're playing sports, playing games or whatever, but you see it in like people when going to war and even like in the streets in the gangs or whatever, like they all have very thorough communication. Where you might not be able to understand them or whatever, but the fact of the matter is they understand each other, and that's at the end of the day, that's all that really matters.
Yeah.
So I think like I've been trying to have this conversation for a while, but I've been trying to have a third person with us to have it, but we couldn't get him or whatever. So.
Oh yeah.
So. This is something I've been like battling with or whatever. At what point do you stop calling someone a friend?
If you've done something to me.
No, not even like y'all beefed out or y'all had a problem or okay.
So for me, and my girl kind of get on me about this too. Because to me, if we were cool, like above cool, like we hung out, we've done stuff together, things like that, I would consider you friend. I would consider you friend until you gave me a reason not to consider you such. So for me, not being like, I haven't talked to Jamal in like 3 years, I would still consider Jamal a friend.
Okay.
But it's people I talk to every day at work that I don't consider a friend.
Right.
Like, you're my coworker. I talk to you. You're here.
Right. Coworker, associate.
Yeah, but there are also coworkers that I talk to every day that we talk a lot and we might hang out outside of work, and then you are a friend. Mm-hmm. So what's the question? Shit?
What about John Paul? When was the last time you talked to him?
Probably like 5 years, 6 years. Like, we was playing like Destiny or something.
And do you still consider him a friend?
Yes.
Okay. Do y'all still have like any kind of like minor banter, like a Facebook comment here, Instagram comment there, like?
No, I don't even think he's on any of that.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's like just lost communication, but you still consider him a friend.
Yeah. Because like I said, I've known him for forever, and he hasn't done anything to me to make me consider him not a friend.
Right. Okay. So. No, so like
I just know my girl gonna hear this and hate this. She'll hear this and hate this.
So I don't know. For me, like I don't know what it's been over the past few years, specifically over like the last maybe like year and a half. Mm-hmm. But like it's been making me think about like about different relationships in my life or whatever that I have, and of course like you brought up Jamal or whatever. So like I haven't heard Jamal even longer than that. Like it's been even longer since I've seen him or whatever. I talk to Jerron occasionally. Of course, talk to AJ every now and again. But there's other people or whatever. Like I don't want to say the name, but I'll say bleep it out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, so so it made me question like. Yeah, do I still consider that person a friend or whatever? And like, so this one for me particularly, like we did have a somewhat of like a falling out, and I think I've been thinking about it so much because I kind of felt like it was my fault. Yeah, so I'm like, so it's been.
Oh, you admit that someone's your fault? That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, if it's my fault, it's my fault.
Yeah, cool.
So, but
women could never.
He won't let it go. So my thing has been like, okay, like if I said something, so with me, if I say something in a passive aggressive manner, and you confront me about it, I'm going to address it in an aggressive manner. Like I'm going like directly to the point. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Like if you feel like the shot was for you and it ended up being for you, then I'm gonna shoot. You know what I'm saying? Like we gotta just take care of it. And so from there, like the relationship hasn't been the same. And ever since then, haven't spoke to him or whatever. So that's what I say. I kind of felt like it was my fault. But then again, I was like, I would have been pussy if I would not have owned up to it at that moment or whatever. But like that situation just spun out into other situations or other relationships in life. And I'm just like, at what point what can make you just stop talking to somebody? Like after years and years and years of not seeing them or whatever, or like you may not hang out with them every day or whatever, but at what point did you just stop talking to some people? And in some cases, I understand where like you grow up, you get older or whatever. So like some of my high school friendships are just that. They're high school friendships or whatever. And it's those people. It's some people I would just never let go because they mean this a certain degree or whatever. I think for me, when friendships get kind of odd, is where you can't, if you can only talk about those particular situations, you can only talk about those particular situations where like you have to go back into the past to have a relationship with me today, I think, or a friendship with me today, that's kind of where it's like, what's the point of this friendship if we can't talk about things today? Like, you always got to go back to 9th grade, or you always got to go back to this particular summer. And it's like, well, like, dude, I got stuff going on now. Or, like, we are adults. We can do adult things or whatever. So, I don't know. It's just the way I see male friendships and women friendships and just my friendships with just other people, I've just been really, like, questioning nowadays and just, like, you know, one, questioning myself, and then trying not to question other people, but just like figure out like what can make anybody just stop talking to another out of nowhere.
So for me, when I've stopped talking to someone, very rarely is it because, oh, this person said this or did this. It's usually I didn't have anything to say to this person this week or the next week or the next week, and then it's been 3 years.
Oh wow.
So with somebody like Jamal moved. Me and Jamal used to hang out every day. So when he moved, I can't hang out with you.
Right.
You're not on PlayStation, not on Xbox. I can't play the game with you.
Right.
I mean, I would talk to the dude today if I could.
Do we even got a phone?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
Jamal is a nomad.
I don't even know how to get in touch with the guy. But
that's funny.
But if he came through tomorrow, it was like, do you want to hang out? Like, if I'm free, absolutely.
Right. So I just had it in my head and I lost it. How important are friendships to you, or how do you judge a person that don't have a friend from 10 plus years ago? Or if you don't have a friend from high school?
No, I don't judge them just because I know. Well, I will ask that person what their definition of friend is, because I know, like, my girlfriend has a really strict definition of friend, and you have to meet like this specific criteria, and if you don't meet it, then you're not.
I think that's not fair.
I know, but that's her criteria, and I can't tell her that her criteria is not fair. It's hers. Yeah. So, like, while mine is more lax.
Yeah.
So if you don't, just because you don't have a friend from so many years ago, I don't think it matters, because like I said, anything could have happened. They could have moved, they could have died, y'all could have got into a fight, y'all could have just grew apart.
Nah, I take that into consideration, but like, especially with like before me and India got together, I take that into consideration. Like, you need to have a friend from high school, middle school, something like that. Like, it said to me is, you don't hang out with nobody from your high school. You ain't got nobody from your nobody from your neighborhood, nobody from your high school, nobody from work has anything good to say about you. That's how I view it.
No, well, just because you don't hang out with people don't mean people don't like you or they don't have anything positive.
They're neutral. So nobody is positive or negative about you. They're just neutral. Oh yeah, that's such and such. That's such and such. Like, no, like, that's, to me, that says something about you.
So to me, it says something. It says more about you if you don't have any newer friends.
if all of your friends came within the last 3 years, I'm questioning you.
If all your friends are from back in the day, I'm also questioning you.
That's wild. I'm never questioning somebody who all of your, but it depends on how tight the circle is. Like if they if they hang out and talk the same way me and you hang out and talk, then that's different. I'm not questioning it. Like that's different. But if it's a situation like you and Jamal, where like you haven't seen Jamal in X amount of years, haven't talked to him, but that's one of your 5 only friends, and y'all haven't talked in that long, that's a problem for me.
Well, yeah, but that's more so against your argument, because you're saying all your friends are from back in that you, bro. Like you saying from people who friends are from back in the day.
Yeah, but you have to have somebody from back in the day, but like it has to be consistent up until this point. Up until this point of meeting you, like they need to know where you was at last year. They need to know where you was at 3 years from there.
While I think it's good and important to have friends from back in the day, I do not view it as a reflection of a person if they don't.
I definitely, I'm judging.
So why you make it feel like they a bad person or something, and this new person is a lie?
I'm just questioning.
What are you questioning, nigga? I'm asking you.
Like I'm questioning, like why don't you have anybody from your childhood? Why don't you have any fan from your? Did you change that much as a person? Did you hurt everybody around you? Like, is this person that I'm meeting now a prototype of who you go be in the future? Like, I have a lot of questions.
So why you got so many questions? Why can't you just enjoy the person that's in front of you?
Because I don't know where you're going to be. I don't know who you.
Why do you got to invest that much into the person, nigga? Just enjoy the person.
If I'm going to work you up from acquaintance, associate, friend, bro, whatever, like I need to know this. I need to have reference. Give me your resume. I need to see, like, okay, this person. If you invite me to a party and it's all people from work, like I don't trust that. Like I need to see somebody from this is such and such. I knew them since middle school. This is such and such. I knew them since 5 years ago at this job when I left that job, but me and him stayed cool. Like I need to see that.
So why does that person's other relationships outside a relationship y'all have matter? I don't
because it's gonna make me question. Like it's gonna make me question you and what's going where is this going as a friendship?
So that person, from interacting with that person, they will show you where it's going. You will be able to tell where it's going by your interactions with them. I don't think they're.
I'm gonna still interact. So I'm gonna question everything.
So okay,
I'm gonna question everything.
See, but I also don't think that's fair because you're letting something that you had nothing to do with determine how you feel about something.
No, I'm not letting it. I'm not letting it inform my opinion. I'm just questioning it. I'm just questioning it, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. Mm-hmm. I just got a question. That's all.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, no, I don't have anything else.
Yeah, like I said, I think that's legit, especially if I had a son and my son was in dating age right now, mm-hmm. like I would tell him like seriously, like don't, if you dating or whatever, like if your girl ain't got a friend from 3+ years ago or whatever.
If your kid is 16 and the girl don't know someone from since she was 13?
Yeah. I've been knowing you since I was 13. I've been knowing. How old was?
But
I met India when I was 15?
I don't remember.
I met India when I was 15.
Okay.
I met India when I was 15.
Okay.
Who else? I met everybody on your block around like 14 or so.
Okay.
Who else? Devin, I've been knowing since I've been knowing Devin since before you, so like maybe 11, 12. Mm-hmm. I got people next door. The people next door to me, if I see them out today, I would consider them an acquaintance. I wouldn't consider them a friend, even though like you can drop us in a situation and it'll be like we never left or whatever. Mm-hmm. But I wouldn't consider that a friend. I would consider that an acquaintance. because majority of the time we're only going to have one thing to link us together, and in most cases it's going to be basketball.
So you're saying the difference between friend and acquaintance is how many things you have in common?
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. I gotta be able to. It's a lot of people that I know or that are acquaintances that we only hung out because of basketball, or we only hung out because of school. Like those are acquaintances. I feel like a lot of us have thousands of acquaintances. We just call them friends because friends is a very loosey goose term, and acquaintance doesn't sound as endearing. It doesn't sound as close.
Acquaintance has too many syllables.
That too, but it don't like you because you have a bunch of memories with this particular person. You want to call them a friend because you feel like this is a deep connection because you can go back to those particular memories. But in actuality, that's just an acquaintance. Like you wouldn't hang out with that person outside of this one or two situations. It's a lot of people I would not hang out with outside of basketball. Let's get that clear. Like I would not hang out with them outside of basketball, outside of work. Like I would not hang out with them outside of certain things. Like that's just.
And see, me for the most part, depending on what we were doing, I would. And I don't know if it's the kind of people that I talk to. So I don't know if do you remember the guy I used to work with, Brand? People always thought we was twins.
Yes.
So we met at work. We hung out outside of work. We played the game together and stuff. So what? Is that a friend or is that an acquaintance?
That's up to you.
No, I'm saying based on that information. Of course, it's up to me. But I'm saying based on that information and based on how you define a friend.
Okay, so we hung out. We met at work.
Yeah, we met at work. We
hung out outside of work.
For years.
Played the game together.
For years.
And you said you added one more, didn't you?
No, I said work game.
And hung outside of work.
Yeah, and hung out outside of work.
That's a acquaintance. That's you're working your way into like friendship, but that's still an acquaintance.
So, how long does it take an acquaintance to become a friend to you?
I don't know. I don't know. It's totally like hit and miss. It's totally some people you can have an acquaintance for X amount of years, and like they'll never reach that inner circle of like somebody you will pour your heart out to in a situation or whatever. Like it's certain people I will not have. I won't have conversations about like. I want to have different relationship conversations with like no, because you're not that we're not that close. Or like I'm not inviting you to go. Like, hey, bro, I'm finna go downtown and just walk around. You coming with me? Like, it's certain people I just wouldn't do that with because, like, that's not something we have in common. Like, it's just certain things. Like, I'm not inviting you over to my house for the barbecue. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, like, we hang out at the places where we both gotta pay and we both, doing things or whatever. Like, yeah, but it's other people that, like, like I got an example where, Demetrius from my old job. Like he was an acquaintance, and then he worked his way up to being a friend or whatever. Like I'm confident in inviting Demetrius almost anywhere. I would consider him a friend at that point because like I said, I invited him to my house. Actually, he invited me to his new apartment. I gotta go check it out. To the house or whatever. We talked about potentially playing basketball together. We both old as hell and haven't played. But like like it's certain things on certain levels that we just. Like, I think he randomly called me one day. I think it was like Mother's Day or something. He randomly called me with just something he was like mentally going through or whatever. And I'm like, bro, I totally understand. Like, I was able to talk and relate. And he like, man, I'm sorry. This and that. And I'm like, bro, you ain't got nothing to apologize about. Like, I understand it's Mother's Day, but I'm sitting here at my computer. I ain't even go see my mama yet. You not interrupting my day. You cool. And he like, all right, man, cool. I just want to, I just need somebody to talk to. I'm like, cool, straight. And then I even had like, this is like something that really like bothered me, where I was like, well, not really bothered me, like it made me think about who I am to other people where my boy Justin, I'm not going to put his business out there or whatever, but he hit me up like, yo, such and such, and I was just calling because you like one of my best friends, and I was like, oh shit, like I had never heard that sentence in years that like I am somebody's best friend. I'm like, yo, that made me think about like who else am I like in their life like that? You know what I mean? And it's just I don't know, like friendships and relationships in general have just been on my mind a lot lately, and then it's been ramped up for some odd fucking reason. It's been amped up after
your engagement.
Yeah, after the engagement, it's been ramped up, and I just do not understand it. And I'm like, why? Like, why am I thinking about this more and more and more after I got engaged? So I don't know.
Because I guess that's the ultimate relationship.
Yeah.
So it probably makes you question all the other ones.
Yeah.
No. So what else you got? What else you want to get into?
We can make it a little light. This kind of heavy. That was kind of heavy.
Yeah.
So music wise, J. Cole dropped. Technically, he dropped a new song, but technically he didn't.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So J. Cole sent this song over to this producer by the name of Batman, but it's spelled BVT man. And so he said he was having writer's block or whatever, and he randomly like typed in J. Cole type beat on YouTube, and that was the first one that popped up was this guy's or whatever, and he rapped over it, and he sent it to the guy and had him put it on his channel so he get all the money, he get all the stuff or whatever, and I feel like that's extremely fucking dope. Like,
I do too.
Like if the People's Champ was a thing, he would be the People's Champ. He would definitely be like the Rock of this thing right now. I feel like it's a very noble thing to do. But also like I feel like he probably could take it a step further. But for what it was, I like the fact that it was able to live on that guy's YouTube channel. And him get all this recognition or whatever. Because you never know. Now, other people might come to him to get beats.
Yeah, absolutely. And then from what I heard about the producer, he also has beats that has millions of views already.
Oh, wow.
So he was probably on the cusp. And that probably was the push that he needed.
Right. Who else do you think, what other industry could that happen in, do you think?
What do you mean?
Like a big figure in a particular industry, like... Not random, not shout out, but like give this person the proceeds of their work. So like, I'm just gonna use like the most obvious example, or whatever. Like, if in my case it'd be like if Kanye hit me up and was like, "Yo, I like that design or whatever," and he put it on his website, but all the money came to me. Or like, that really wouldn't work. It'll be more so like, I don't know how that would work in the fashion industry.
Well, it would have to be somebody gave you a design and and they let you use the design.
Right, something like that. Yeah. I don't really know if it's any other industries that something like that could happen in, even though like. So. The question was to shine light on just how impactful on people's lives music in general could be, whether it be good or bad or whatever. But like you said, this guy has already had millions of views on different videos or whatever, and just that one is going to push him over the edge. Actually, that happened with what was that guy? The guy that did the Luther Vandross Rihanna like mix up or whatever, and then DJ Khaled and Fat Joe got a hold of it. Damn, what was the name of that song? I forget the name of the song, but the guy was just fucking around mixing up beats or whatever, and he put like some Rihanna vocals over some Luther Vandross or whatever, and then like. He of course he flipped it and mixed and played around with it, and then maybe like 6-8 months later they heard it, and it was like it was already like popping.
Right.
But like they took a hold of it and they shouted him. Well, not shouted. They gave him credit on it or whatever. All this stuff. It was really good, really dope or whatever.
I think because music is more of a collaborative effort,
yeah,
that's more likely to happen there.
Yeah.
Maybe in like short films or movies or skits or something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that where just a person's presence is enough to bring recognition. Because, if I don't even make videos, but if I did a video with RDC World or something like that, I would instantly have a whole bunch of views and followers and stuff. So
do you think this goes back to our conversation about the cosign?
Probably.
You think so? So would you consider this being his J. Cole co-signing this guy?
Yes.
I don't think so. I don't think that's a cosign. I think that's a cosign.
I feel like that's the definition of a cosign.
No, I think that's just he was like, you know what, this is good enough for me to rap on.
And then gave it to him and told him to put it out, and I like it. Keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
That's a cosign.
Nah, I don't think that's a cosign.
What is a cosign to you, Bobby? No, tell me right now, nigga. What is a cosign to you?
I don't know. This is on the spot. Too much pressure. So for me to say J. Cole co-signed this particular guy, he would have had to come out and make like a whole album with him.
Bro, that's excessive.
That's not excessive.
That's a whole album? This nigga who only dropped once every 4 years got to come out with an album.
Or like an EP, just a project, a body of work. That's a project.
No, Bobby. No, nigga. A cosign is you co-signing what this person does. You
can't use the definition in
Yes, you can.
No, you can't. You can't. No, you can't. You cannot use the word in the definition.
Okay, look. So J. Cole approves of what the person is doing. He endorses that person.
Right.
An endorsement is a cosign.
Okay. Okay.
So
okay.
Okay. Right.
Yeah, I personally wouldn't go that far out. I'm not gonna say I don't understand what you're saying.
So do you think? So you're saying an endorsement and a cosign is different?
Yes.
How?
So for me, I think. For me, I would say an endorsement. No. Those two would be one and the same. In this particular situation, those two will be one and the same. I think Cole just gave this guy a platform.
An endorsement.
I think he just gave him a platform. I think endorsement would be more so like when an artist take you on a road and put you out take you on a road and tour or whatever, and you get to open up for them. Like, yeah, this is my artist, this is my guy, I stamp this person. Like, this is gonna be the next big wave. Like the same way Ross did with Meek. Same exact thing. Took him everywhere. Same thing Kanye did with Big Sean. Took him everywhere. Same thing. Well, I don't know. Did Chance do that? Did Gambino do that with Chance?
I don't know if he took him everywhere.
I don't think he took him everywhere either. But I don't know. I don't think he gave him a stamp. I don't think that count. Who else? Who else did that? What's her name? Missy Elliott did that to Tweet back in the day. This is my artist. I'm pushing her. Jay-Z did that with Memphis Bleak.
Okay. Well, how about we just say it's levels to it?
Oh, definitely.
Okay, so what J. Cole did is an endorsement. It may not be the top level of endorsement. It's not print his nigga name on t-shirts and shit, but it's saying, you know what?
He gave him a platform.
It's an endorsement. It's an endorsement.
I don't know.
It's an endorsement.
I agree to there's levels, but I'll have to sit down and think about.
So look, so when people go through controversial things, like when Kanye went through the Jewish stuff, people didn't even bring him on their platform because they did not want to consider it an endorsement of what he says.
Right. So
it ain't. So just the fact that person was there was an endorsement of things that person has said. So if that's the case, then J. Cole rapping on this person beat, saying I found it here, you can have it, I appreciate it. That's an endorsement.
Yeah, but Cole was not benefiting from that.
You don't have to benefit from the endorsement. It's an endorsement or a sponsorship.
No, everybody in an endorsement, everybody wins. In the endorsement, everybody wins.
Okay.
In the sponsorship, everybody wins.
Okay.
Both parties. I don't think Cole benefits from this.
J. Cole benefits from putting a song out.
How? He not getting money from it.
He put it out. It's exposure. He don't get money from mixtapes. Well, people did used to get money from mixtapes.
Now they do.
Now they do.
But still, socially, he gains from it. We look at him and like, oh, big ups to you.
So that's a win.
Okay.
Yes, nigga. No.
Okay.
No. Speaking of payment, just for a little bit. It was this thing, a bill that got passed, or that got submitted in California for reparations.
Yes.
So I think that bill was for like 4.3. No, I don't remember how much it was, but it was for a lot of money.
It was close to $5 billion, wasn't it?
And of course, because it's for reparations, it's going to get declined.
Yeah. Shut out.
So realistically speaking, what do you feel would be reasonable reparations? What could you if you had to submit something to the leader of the world? And the leader of the world, right?
The Illuminati.
If you had to submit something to the world for reparations, and if it's reasonable, it gets approved. If it's unreasonable, it immediately gets declined. What would your I forgot what you call it. Me fucking send something out.
What would be my
proposal?
package?
What would be your proposal? What would be your proposal?
Okay, so I gotta put this in context because you asking the wrong person by putting realistic in front of that. Because I am a very unrealistic person.
Okay, that's what I'm... So you say yours. You say yours, which probably going to be unrealistic, and I'm going to say mine.
Yeah, you give me a counter to it. So, okay, so... I think one, you would have to... So, one of the requirements to even get the reparations or whatever, for me, I think you would have to... You would have to be able to prove that you were you are a byproduct of transatlantic slavery.
Okay.
Right? And then I will require on the other end, the government, the world leader, whoever I'm bringing this to, on the other end, they have to supply all the documentation or the tools or whatever for us to be able to prove that, because we weren't able to keep those kind of records. Y'all kept those records, so I need y'all to give us everything so we can be able to trace our lineage back to wherever we need to go to. So one, as the person receiving, you have to be able to prove it, and then the person that's giving it, you have to give us the tools to prove it. Mm-hmm. So with that being said, I think anybody, well, first off, I would say over the next 200 years, no taxes.
Okay.
Over the next 200 years, no taxes, whether it be sales tax, income tax, whatever it is, no taxes, no property taxes. I don't pay no taxes, no nothing. Mm-hmm. I want you to float us for the rest of the whatever. Mm-hmm. For the next 200 years, you got to front the bill. Free education, whether it be university or community college level. I want all of that. What else? What else? I had one more thing in mind before I got to the money thing.
Oh, you didn't even get made to the money thing.
No.
Okay.
I want some bread. I'm just saying, like, I'm thinking about the future. So I want, like, for the next, not even, like, for the next 200 years, indefinitely, like, we need free education. Mm-hmm. Free education across the board or whatever. So you whatever school you choose to go to, they, need to be able to pay for it. Mm-hmm. Who else? Or what else? I had one more thing, I can't remember it. But money tip, I would think anywhere between $350,000 to $500,000 per person over the age of 18.
And that's realistic to you.
I said I'm a very unrealistic person.
So you know it's unrealistic. So okay, because you submitted this bullshit proposal to the leader of the world, we got nothing. Thank you, Bobby.
So, but my thing is, so many other countries outside of the U.S. benefited from this from slavery. So they can pitch in too. Put your 20% on the bill. Put your 20% on the bill, and the American can put in the rest of the 60%.
So you're expecting all of these countries.
Yes, because they do what everybody else.
But it's unrealistic.
They do what everybody else.
For one, most countries don't like America. They only rock with us because they like our army, and they don't like the black people that they have over there anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
So to me, it's an unrealistic proposal.
I would. So in the Jewish community, they have this thing called birthright, where you can. I don't think it's like they circle or whatever. They'll pay for you to go back to what they believe is their homeland or whatever. I think something like that needs to be set up for us. So if I was let's say it was proven that I came from a small village in fucking Nigeria. Like you should be able to fit from the bill for me to go and stay there for a week and find out who my people are and shit like that or whatever. So back and forth, round trip plane ticket for a week in the best hotel. Best hotel. I need a debit card, prepaid with some money on it to spend and all this stuff or whatever. And then we looking at like infrastructure wise. I don't know what these things would be or how to tackle these things, which is partly why I'm unrealistic. But like some way to do away with redlining. Every city or state that was a documented massacre of a black city or black population, prominent black city, black population or whatever, I need that back. So all the property damage is done in Tulsa, we need that back with interest. So however much it was then, with interest to now, how much it would have been worth, we need that back. We need our own sanctioned cities around the U.S. or states around the U.S. We need this. This is us.
So you're proposing reinstating segregation?
Look,
this nigga Bobby just be so present. Dog, this nigga be wilding.
Low key.
Wilding.
Low key. Just saying.
Yo,
like
this nigga be.
I'm just saying if you listen to a lot
I'm saying that's some racist shit 2 episodes in a row, Bobby.
if you look at a lot of black historians, they'll tell you like in outside of like socially, like leaving their little cities or whatever, a lot of black people were doing well off, not within themselves. They had their own banks, their own grocery stores, they had their own like transportation, they had everything within themselves or whatever. It wasn't until like the fight to get into those spaces, those predominantly white spaces, that's when like bigger issues lie. But when it was just me and I'm going to fucking McCrary's deli shop, I was cool. I was able to get me a burger and some fries and turn up in the basement. We was cool. But when it was because I think that like because some people would rather walk through the back door of their predominantly white institutes than eat through the front door like of a black institute. That's where issues lie. And like I said, I'm grateful for what we have now. We can go anywhere, do anything, whatever. But we look at back and we had our own things when it was segregated. Now I'm not pushing for it to be segregated. I'm just saying I think the mindset of we all we got was definitely there, and it was thriving back then.
Okay. So for my reparations proposal, I like what you said about the taxes. You said 200 years. Realistically, you're probably looking at closer to 100 years. No taxes.
Nah. I need at least half of what y'all got documented of what slavery was.
I'm talking realistic. Because you got to understand that it's not going to be a fair deal. They're not going to give a fair deal to people that they've never treated fair ever. So
I'm not asking for a fair deal. I'm asking for my get back. This is revenge. Revenge is never fair.
So I'm saying, if you go into the people and you have to submit this proposal to them, so you got one proposal to submit to these people. It's not no counter. It's not going back and forth. We're not going to barter. We're going to submit you submit one proposal, either gets approved or it gets denied, or whatever. So you would not laying down and being a bitch about it, but realistic. So 100 years, no taxes. I would do.
Go ahead.
I would do free education for what? 200 years? 200 years free education. any people, all black people who have been locked up.
That's what I forgot.
Yeah, that's what it was.
That's what I
forgot. That's what it was.
Yeah,
so all black people who have been locked up for like drugs, for like minor charges, drug charges, things of that nature, gets either immediately released or severely reduced sentence, and a cap on certain offenses. They get that out, and then for cash, I would say 20,000 a person.
So what does 40 acres and a mule look like today? Because back then, people knew how to farm and grow their own land. They could do a lot with 40 acres and a mule. Today, I think when people get that 40 acres and whatever the mule is going to be, they're going to just sell the land or whatever immediately. They're going to sell the land for the cash, for the whatever extra cash is going to be.
Well, I think it'll be 40 acres and a mule now will probably be a F-150 in a house.
Really?
Yeah. So.
Because I always like I understand the term people throw out, like, we need our 40 acres and a mule. They talk about reparations. Uh-huh. But like it makes me think, like, okay, what does 40 acres and a mule look like? Because what the fuck you gonna do with a mule? Uh-huh. You know how
I'm saying, it's the F-150.
You can't even raise a fucking dog. Uh-huh. Like, you had 2 cats and they both died. Like,
so yeah, I think it looks closer. I mean, it's what it is. It's land, house, and transportation, car. So that's
the land to grow the food on, though. You need the land to grow the food.
It would be house. I mean, unless you wanted to, but knowing them, I can't say knowing them, but I feel like if that was given to us, they would make it like land. If they made it land, it would be something to where we couldn't sell it for like so many years.
Yeah.
So if they give me 40 acres in Iowa or 40 acres in Michigan, I don't grow wheat, I don't grow corn, I don't grow potatoes, bro. I can't grow none of that. So it serves me no purpose. I'm gonna build a Walmart right there, bro.
No, I think I don't know. I think if land was given to us, I might not know them personally, but I have access to them some way, somehow. I know a lot of people that could do some minor stuff, and we could put together like a committee of people to say, okay, your job to just travel across Michigan and teach people how to farm. Mm-hmm. So like you just traveling or whatever, teaching people, okay, this soil was good for this, or even if you say, okay, this corner of Michigan y'all grow this corner of Michigan y'all grow this, and then we all come together and we do something.
So in that situation, would you be attempting to sell it, or would you be in like a sharecrop situation?
No, I'll be in a sharecrop situation. I would be mobilizing people to be farmers. Mm-hmm. That's what I would like, to grow our own food, control what goes into the ground, what comes out, like whether all the chemicals or natural, whatever you use. That's what I would be encouraging people to do, whatever. And you can have some people where it's okay, like if you use your 1 acre, 1 acre out of your 40 is go be your grocery store. So we go build you a grocery store right here, and then people can actually see all of your food that they getting is coming from back here, from your land into their grocery store or whatever, and this is how you go sustain yourself. And so if you put one of those, you put 4 of those in every major, like, was it zip code? 4 in the 48205, 4 in the 48205.
Nigga, 4 gardens in the 48205.
I mean, I'm just saying, I'm just putting a random number. I'm just saying, random ass number. So you put those or whatever, and you good. I feel like that'd be a decent amount.
Okay. All right, so we closing in on we over an hour now.
Okay.
You got anything you want to end with?
Yes, sports. The fucking Nets have been horrible without KD. KD went down again. He had I think a knee or ankle issue.
Yeah, his knee.
Yeah.
Knee.
So knee issue or whatever, and it's being shown. Like they just won. I think they lost like 4 straight without him,
mm-hmm.
and they just won against the Jazz. Kyrie put up like 48. Fucking Ben Simmons is getting on my damn
Yeah, Ben Simmons. I don't know if I said it on here, but I might have said it on Facebook. But when he was with Philly, I said Ben Simmons should just play center. They're trying to make him this point guard because they like, well, you know what's his name? Doc Rivers will always compare him to a Rajon Rondo. He's like Rajon Rondo couldn't shoot. He couldn't shoot, but he wasn't afraid to. He would shoot.
He was though. He was afraid to his first year.
His first year.
His first.
So the thing was though, Ben Simmons not in his first year,
and he had so many decent shooters around him that he could have learned the same way fucking Rondo learned. Rondo learned from Ray Allen, probably the best form shooter that we ever seen. Mm-hmm. But like yeah, you could have learned from Seth. You could have learned from J.J. Redick. You could have learned from so many people. You could have learned from Joel Embiid on how to shoot the damn ball.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
and he just chose not to. But you know what though? He went and got that super huge contract that nobody wants now. So I wonder what that means for him after this contract. Because for nobody,
he's out of the league.
You think he's out the league?
He's out of the league in today's game. For what I see, for the next 7 years, you will not be able to have any kind of a guard, point guard or shooting guard. You will not be able to have a guard handling the ball predominantly and not be able to shoot. The ball is in his hands way too much for him to not be able to shoot.
So that's why I'm saying I think his move is to move to center. Not even power forward, center. He's 6'10". He can do it. He's skinny. He can eat though. He has access to weights. He can get his weight up.
Yeah. But even I don't even like this nigga. Even Joker can shoot a little bit.
You don't like Jokic?
Hell no, I don't like Jokic.
Why? Because he white?
No. I think he overhyped. I think he the first MVP he got, he deserved. The second MVP, he stole that. Mm-hmm. That was highway fucking robbery. It was. He stole that from Joel Embiid, and they know it.
Yeah.
But I'm not sold on Joker just because I don't think he's gonna excel in a different system.
What about Luka? How you feel about Luka?
I like Luka, but Luka needs help.
He does need help.
But it will be hard though because he has the ball in his hands way too much. Like Luka is not like Dirk, where Dirk didn't have the ball that much. No. Dirk was efficient. Mm-hmm. Like once Dirk got the ball in that block, you knew what was happening, and it's gonna happen. He's efficient.
You know who's a good teammate for Luka?
Who?
KD.
You think so?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Because I feel like Luka.
KD is efficient.
KD is efficient. Luka can handle most of the ball handling opportunities. They both crazy scores, and I think with the two of them, that would attract enough people who are willing to come on them good deals to fill out the rest of the team.
I don't know.
And assuming that they both stay healthy, I think they could win.
I don't know. I think.
And if they keep Christian Wood.
I think Luka got too much of that. He got too much of I'm that nigga energy. Like for real. Like he got too much of that. I don't think he could be on a team with another predominant scorer like that.
I think he can, and I think if he wants to win, he would have to.
Do you think he care about winning right now?
Well, I guess he got his money already, so yes.
I don't think he care about winning right now. I think he in his third year?
Third or fourth, yeah.
So give him by his fifth, sixth year, then I think he'll care about winning the championship.
Why do you think he don't care now?
Because I'm out here shining. Like, can't nobody guard me, nigga.
The thing is, people want to get those kind of stats to get money, and he already got his money.
Yeah, but I think you're gonna see the same thing that happened with KD. Like KD got a lot of stats, got a lot of accolades while he was in OKC, and then eventually he was like, okay, I can't win with this team. I gotta go. Mm-hmm. Now I hate it where he went. I fucking hate it where he went. Mm-hmm. But still.
Oh yeah, hey.
Yeah. I hate it where he went. You know, he got his 2 rings back to back, but still, like, I didn't really like that. But I don't know. I think give him his 5th, 6th year. I think he'll care about winning. Like, how long Greek Freak been in the league?
Probably like 8.
Yeah, so it took him 5, 6 years to get his. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think about that range is when most like superstar like first ballot Hall of Famers around that 5th, 6th year in today's game. That's when they be like, you know what? I care about winning the championship. Mm-hmm. Like, cause I think you seeing it hard with Dame. Like Dame been in the league for a long time now, mm-hmm. and he's like hard. Like I want to win. Now the way he going about winning is different.
Yeah. He got to get up out of Portland.
Yeah.
He got to get up out of Portland.
Nobody want to come out of Portland. Like nobody want to go to Portland. Period. Yeah. Even though I really do think like him and KD would have been good together. But yeah. Back to the Nets. Like I said, the Nets need to make it move, and it might sound crazy, but I think they need to go ahead and pick up Dwight Howard because they are not getting out of the East with how deep Boston is without a big body.
So you are going. So you're saying they should go in. I'm saying I think they should pull out. If I'm them, I trade Kyrie before the deadline because he on his player option. So it's up to him if they want to So it's up to him if he wants to resign or not. So if I'm him, if I'm the Nets, I'm trading Kyrie to a contender right now. Get like 2 first-round picks for him or whatever I can for him and get him out of there. And then I'm moving KD. Give me 3 or 4 picks. And then because I don't have any because I gave all my picks away trying to get Kyrie, trying to get
No, they gave their picks away trying to get
James Harden.
No.
They get picks away to get James Harden. And they gave more picks away.
I'm going back further than that. Like back when they the picks they had would have been Jason Tatum and a few other players.
Oh, you talking about those picks? Yeah, I'm talking about picks going forward.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because they don't got no picks going forward or whatever. So if I'm them, I'm getting rid of Kyrie, I'm getting rid of KD, and I'm getting rid of Claxton. Everybody I have who's worth anything. Seth Curry, I'm getting rid of everybody. I'm starting over because I tried and I failed. I don't have any picks, so I'm not about to I got to get rid of them.
I don't know. I got
to start over.
I'm not getting rid of KD.
What are you going to do on your team? All you going to do is request a trade. That's all you going to do.
I'm not getting rid of KD. You can request all you want to, my nigga.
So what's the point of having him if he ain't got no help around him and he's going to sit there and go...
I'm going to try to get some help.
Bro, he'll go 41-41 every year. No, he ain't that. No. But he'll be but he going to be around a 60-win team, though, every year. And they go get bounced in like the first or second round of the playoffs. And that's if he stay healthy the whole time.
Yeah. I'm personally, like the biggest move to me, like I said, I would bring in, I'm bringing in a big body. I'm bringing in a Dwight. Like before the trade deadline. Like just, even if you don't play him that many minutes throughout the regular season, you're going to need him in the playoffs. You're going to need somebody big and like to clog up the paint a little bit. Just to ease up some of that because you don't want to put that much pressure on KD to play the 4, like play the 4 or the 5 when you're playing a small ball, and then like you don't want to have that liability of I would bring in Dwight in the shooter. Like who the shooter is, I don't know, but I'm bringing Dwight in the shooter because you don't want to have the liability of fucking Ben Simmons who is not gonna shoot the ball at all.
And see, because what's the name? Because Brooklyn don't got any picks, they can't even trade Ben Simmons for somebody else.
Yeah.
Because nobody go just take Ben Simmons straight up. Yeah. So they don't even got no picks. So if I'm Brooklyn, get rid of them niggas, trade. I mean, honestly, keep Ben Simmons on the team until his contract run out. Like just sit there and lose. I feel like at some point you got to embrace the tank.
I don't know. Maybe that's only because like that's the team I'm rooting for right now. So. I just don't see it as of right now. But yeah, if I stand on anything, I say they need to bring in Dwight Howard and one more shooter. Who the shooter is, I don't know. I don't think there's that many people out there left.
That's free agents?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like you just have to call JJ Redick and see if the nigga want to
Hell no, I'm not getting JJ Redick. I'm not getting JJ. He's been out the league too long. I'm not calling JJ.
Shit.
I'm not calling JJ. I'm not calling Melo. I'm not calling Trevor Ariza. I'm not calling.
Who's the good shooter that's out there? Maybe Ray Allen. I don't know, bro. Like you gotta go and get somebody old because ain't no young shooters out there for real. They on teams.
I'll wait for Sorry, Detroit. I love Detroit. I love what they doing right now. But Sadiq Bey is out of here. Oh, Sadiq Bey is out of here. Yeah. I'm going to get Sadiq. I'm going to get Sadiq. And unfortunately, I might let Seth Curry drop. Just because Sadiq is a lot younger. And if push come to shove and I need to blow the team up, like you said, I can keep Ben and Sadiq or whatever. Sadiq can shoot the ball and handle the ball pretty decently. So I could do some stuff with that. I would hate to see Sadiq leave, but I could see it. He's out there. He set himself into position to be gone. And KD already been talking about him. He's out of here.
Yeah.
He's out of here. Now, where he going to end up, I don't know. But he's not staying on that team. Toronto finna get blown up. Pascal Siakam finna be gone. And Van Fleet, neither one of them signed their extensions. Yeah, they finna be gone.
So that's what I'm saying, bro. When you get people like that who don't re-sign, you gotta trade them. You gotta get something for them. I'm not taking a super L. Like, I'm not doing it.
I don't know. I think in Kyrie's case, okay, let me say I think. I hope in Kyrie's case, I would have hoped that Kyrie is betting on himself to say, okay, we go win this championship, and then I'm going to leverage that to get the contract I want. Because he want that max. He want that max, what, 5 year, 25 million or something like that?
250, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what he wants. So I'm hoping he's leveraging, hey, we going to make it to the finals, we going to win, and I'm going to leverage that to get that 5 year, 250.
You know, but he has shown time and time again, when he is put as the sole star, he cannot win. So therefore, he does not merit that contract.
Look, if everybody coming back, and I was a sole piece.
You wasn't the sole piece, nigga.
I was out.
Kyrie Durant.
Ben Simmons is scoring 0 points a game.
Bro, Durant left and you immediately lost 4 in a row.
Because Ben Simmons is scoring 0 points a game. That's why.
So look, what I'm saying is nobody is going to give him max money if he can't win games by himself. What player get max money who can't win games by themselves? Tell me. Just tell me. Yeah, all right. Cool.
Max. No, wait.
What player is getting max dollars who can't win games on their own?
Sorry to say it, but dang.
He don't win games on his own.
They go to the playoffs. Well, it hadn't been the last year. But
last year they had McCollum. And
they didn't.
They showed.
He was gone.
They had Anthony Simons, and then he was injured most of the year last year.
He was
injured most of the years last year. He only played like 20 games last year.
Dolo. He was by himself.
He was by himself at home on the bench last year. All right, so to end it, I got my flight deal, my flight tip or whatever. So for my flight tip, it is buy 2 tickets, get 2 free. Okay, so I'm gonna send you the pictures to put up. Okay, so it is through Spirit. Other places offer it, but Spirit probably has the best value. So what you do is you go to Spirit and you buy their credit card. You apply for their credit card, and if you get approved, they have a promotion for 60,000 flight miles. Okay. And as you can see on this picture, you can go from Detroit to Vegas for 22,000 points per person round trip. So that's 2 tickets. So you buy them. So you buy your first tickets with the cash, and then you will get rewarded with 60,000 points, which is enough for 2 more tickets. Oh. Okay, so buy 2, get 2.
That's clutch.
So buy 2, get 2. And so you do have to get approved, and then you're going to have about 18,000 points left, which is going to be good enough for probably a 60-70% discount on your 3rd ticket if you decide to go somewhere else.
Oh, that's clutch.
Yeah.
That's clutch. Yeah. I gotta try. I gotta find somewhere to go this year. I want to go somewhere. I think I'm gonna go to Myrtle Beach.
Okay, yeah. And that was the last episode because it was Myrtle Beach for, what was it, $60?
Yeah, I think
something like that.
Yeah, somewhere around there. Yeah. I want to go somewhere this year. I gotta leave and get my mom enough stuff.
I get it. Dude, you wanna go to Denver?
I was trying to make a joke, but I couldn't. Yeah, I'll be down to go to Denver.
Hey, for sure.
I was going to ask what we going to do when we get there. No, I'll go to Denver. I think Denver is cool.
For sure.
Wait. You didn't talk about football. So were you impressed with the whole Lions thing that's been happening? With like them winning so many games, but like had potential to make the playoff, but didn't. Like.
Oh yeah, I'm happy that they won as many games as they did. Hopefully it's a step in the right direction. Hopefully it wasn't a fluke. We'll see next year. Mm-hmm. We'll see what they do in the draft. We'll see what they do in the off season. I think Dan Campbell showed that he can coach because he was the head coach of the Falcons, I believe, when they went against Tom Brady and they blew that 28-3 lead. He was the coach of that. So I'm eager to see what they do next year. They decided to rally behind Jared Goff. They're gonna rock with Jared Goff, and we're gonna just have to wait and see, because if Aaron Rodgers leaves, like they say he might, if Aaron Rodgers leaves, And then the Bears still suck. And they got to just hope Minnesota somehow collapses. Because we still got to deal with Minnesota, too.
Okay.
So, but things are looking up. Things are looking up for the Lions. And I believe if they continue to ascend and Minnesota collapses and things fall their way, I do believe Detroit can actually win the division next year.
Oh. So, they've been on a good run since, like November, right?
Yeah, because they started, 2-7.
Yeah.
And then they, it was like 2-5 or 2-6 or something like that. But then they went to go, 7-2 to end the season.
Okay, so maybe my timeline is off, but y'all can thank my grandma for that because she went to her very first Lions game at Ford Field back in November, and they won that game, and they haven't lost since. So shout out to my granny. Yeah. Hey, granny, love you.
Shout out, granny.
But yeah, she went to that game. She was so excited. Like she was. You ask her, if you ask about it today, she go light up. Like, that little cocoa brown skin go light up, and she go tell you how good of a time she had.
What made her go? Like, who took her?
So we were supposed to take her for her birthday is on the 1st or whatever, November. Mm-hmm. So we were supposed to take her to that game that was on that Sunday. That was the Packers. They beat the Packers. Was it? Yeah, I think it was the Packers game. But so they ended up going to the following game or whatever. And then they went, and it was a birthday gift or whatever. And like I said, they won, and she was excited. Good. And they was on a run ever since.
So I think I'm going to a Lions game next year because I think Denver comes back next year. Oh. Because they only come here once every 8 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because they in opposite conferences or whatever. So they come they play every 4 years, but they only come to each other's house once every 8 years.
That's wild.
Yeah, so last time I went, Peyton Manning was on the team.
That was a long time ago.
It was, but I got to see Peyton Manning play though.
That's clutch.
I got to see Peyton Manning play.
Yeah, that's clutch.
So they're gonna come back next year, I believe. So I'm gonna be there.
All right, well that's it for this episode. Real good episode.
Yes,
I like
sir.
it. This is going on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So like, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. If you're listening on, wherever you get your podcast from, Spotify, YouTube, Google Podcasts, whatever. Mm-hmm. Go ahead, drop us a like, drop us a comment, follow, share whatever segments with other people. And shout out to y'all for interacting with them reels. Like, really good idea. That's thanks to G. Mm-hmm. He cut those up. He made me look bad, yo.
Dog,
he cut clips out of context and it'd be wild.
Oh, wait till you see what's coming out later today.
It'd be wild. I'm like, yo. I had to tell my mama that was out of context.
But it don't be. It
do.
How?
It do. It be out of context.
It don't be out of context.
It be out of context.
It don't.
But yeah. Actually, we should start moving those over to the Instagram. But that'd be a good idea. Yeah. But yeah, we'll talk about it later. But yeah, like I said, all that good stuff. Like, follow, share, subscribe. Comment below what y'all want us to talk about. If you got any comments about the topics we had today, feel free to leave them in the comments.
And are you finding my flight deals and tips helpful? Let me know.
Yes, please let us know. We gotta bring back music. We gotta bring back music. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna try to get us a chord and bring back some music. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's it, man. That's all I got. Y'all have a good one. Peace.